Not even a month has passed since Selena Gomez's wedding, and already the Bieber drama is back. This time, it's Hailey Bieber who's in the spotlight. A simple interview she gave sparked an internet frenzy, with headlines claiming she was shading Selena. Naturally, the media ran with it, and before long, Selena had a response ready. Then came music teases, event appearances, and subtle digs, all fueling a cycle that seems impossible to break. But the story isn't just about a few Instagram posts or a misunderstood quote. There's a pattern here, one that has been repeating for years, and it's tied to how Selena reacts when she feels her relevance is threatened. It's also about how the media amplifies every tiny interaction, twisting words and timing posts to generate drama. Even casual fans watching from the outside might wonder, why does every move Hailey makes spark a reaction from Selena? And why does the narrative always loop back to her, no matter what she does? The answer is partly about the personalities involved, and partly about perception. Selena is highly reactive, and social media is her stage. She has admitted in the past to having an addictive personality and being drawn to chaos. When something triggers her, she doesn't just scroll past. It becomes a story, a post, a viral moment. The media knows this, and they exploit it. Every misinterpreted quote, every fleeting comparison between Hailey's and Selena's brands, every minor social media interaction is blown up into headlines that suggest rivalry, shade, or even animosity. But here's the kicker. Much of what the media reports is misleading. Headlines will frame Hailey's comments as a direct response to Selena, even when the context says otherwise. And that's where the drama really starts. Because the public doesn't always see the full story. They see the headline, the snippet, the Instagram story, and immediately start forming opinions. And as we all know, once a narrative takes hold online, it can be almost impossible to shake. So before we dive into the details of the latest feud, it's important to understand the backdrop. Hailey Bieber is not just some random figure stepping into Selena's world. She's a rising beauty mogul, a mother, and someone who has quietly built a billion-dollar brand. And Selena Gomez, she's a pop icon with decades of media experience, perfectly capable of turning any small spark into a wildfire. When these worlds collide, it's never just about one comment or one post. It's a collision of histories, egos, and public perception. And that sets the stage for what happened next. A story that the media can't stop covering, and a feud that seems to never die. Hailey Bieber isn't just anyone stepping into the spotlight. She's made a name for herself in the beauty world, and in a way that most people didn't see coming. In 2025, the Wall Street Journal named her the Beauty Innovator of the Year, highlighting her journey from relative obscurity to billionaire brand owner. Her company, Rhode, was acquired by ELF for a staggering $1 billion, and the launch at Sephora shattered records, pulling in an estimated $50 million on day one alone. To put that in perspective, that made Rhode the biggest debut in Sephora's history, surpassing even Selena's Rare Beauty and Fenty Beauty. But here's where the story gets messy. During the WSJ interview, Hailey was asked about comparisons to other brands. Her response? "I think there's room for everyone. I don't feel competitive with people who don't inspire me. It's always annoying being pitted against other people. I didn't ask for that." Simple, measured words. But the media ran with it as if she was shading Selena. Some outlets even suggested Hailey was nervous about Sephora shoppers comparing her brand to Rare Beauty, given Selena's history with Justin Bieber. Before Hailey could clarify, a publicist stepped in, telling her to skip the question, but by that point, the headline was already out. Elle Magazine, TMZ, and countless other sites framed it as a direct jab at Selena, using phrases like, "Hailey Bieber explains why it's always annoying to be pitted against Selena Gomez." The twist? Hailey never mentioned Selena. She was talking about other skincare brands entirely. The Wall Street Journal, TMZ, and social media users all played a part in twisting context, proving just how fast a single sentence can become a viral controversy. And of course, Selena wasn't about to stay silent. Within hours, she posted on Instagram essentially telling everyone to leave the girl alone, while also teasing new music. Suddenly, what was meant to be a professional comment about business turned into personal drama. Fans, the media, and even Selena's own circle jumped into the narrative, debating every word, liking, commenting, and creating more content that kept the story alive. What this shows is a key pattern in celebrity culture. Media framing and public perception can turn a neutral statement into a feud in minutes. Hailey's words were carefully measured, yet because of timing, history, and the Selena factor, the story morphed into something it was never intended to be. And for viewers, this mix of misquotes, perceived shade, and rising celebrity tension is irresistible. It keeps them clicking, watching, and sharing. As soon as Hailey's interview made waves, Selena Gomez was back in action. A simple clarification from Hailey turned into an opportunity for Selena to weigh in, and she didn't hold back. Her Instagram posts, subtle likes, and comments suddenly reignited the story, reminding everyone that she's still very much part of the conversation. But it wasn't just about responding, it was about controlling the narrative, keeping the spotlight, and, some would argue, sending a message. Even small interactions drew massive attention. Selena liked a TikTok mocking Benny, Blanco's ex, Elsie Hewitt, who fans noted bears a resemblance to Hailey. She commented indirectly, posted behind-the-scenes shots from a music video, and hinted at new songs, all while the media dissected every move. Add in her cousin Priscilla's husband jumping into the conversation under Justin's Instagram post, and the drama snowballed faster than most of us could follow. This is classic Selena. She reacts to even the smallest spark, and social media gives her the stage. What the public sees is a feud, but what's really happening is a combination of pattern recognition and perception bias. Every post, like, or comment is scrutinized, and any perceived slight becomes proof of a larger narrative. Fans of both sides pick up on these signals, defending, attacking, and keeping the story alive. The cycle feeds itself, and the media amplifies it with headlines designed to grab attention. Psychologically, this ties into confirmation bias. When Selena feels she's being shaded, even unintentionally, she interprets it as personal. The media and fans reinforce that perception, giving her reactions more weight than they might deserve. And history shows this isn't new. Whether it was old Justin Bieber drama or random TikTok interactions, Selena has consistently reacted in ways that keep attention on her, sometimes overshadowing the original story entirely. The result: a narrative that seems larger than life. For viewers, it's compelling. Every Instagram story, every TikTok, every ambiguous comment becomes part of the drama. And for Selena, it's a way to remain relevant, assert influence, and maintain a presence in the ongoing conversation. Even neutral or positive statements from Hailey are reframed as rivalry, simply because the media and fans are primed to interpret them that way. To understand why this feud keeps reigniting, you have to look at Selena Gomez's history online. She has openly admitted to being addicted to Instagram and having an addictive personality, which makes her highly reactive. Over the years, even small provocations, like a comment from a fan or a random TikTok, have set off major social media storms. This isn't new behavior, it's a consistent pattern that has followed her from early career drama to the present day. Take, for example, incidents from the past decade. In 2014, after her split from Justin Bieber, Selena was actively responding to his Instagram activity, often posting snarky or pointed comments. Fast forward to recent years, and you can see the same behavior. Prank calls, seemingly harmless TikToks, and subtle jabs suddenly become fodder for viral attention. A random sound used by Hailey on TikTok became interpreted as a direct dig, and Selena's response immediately fueled the online narrative. Selena doesn't just react to things directly related to her. Anything that hits a nerve, perceived slights, comparisons, or even just timing, can trigger a response. Her history shows that she often weaponizes these moments, whether by posting a story, sharing a comment, or hinting at new music. It's not always about conflict for conflict's sake. It's about asserting control over the narrative and drawing attention back to herself. This pattern also explains why Selena's reactions are so public and so frequent. Instead of letting stories fade, she amplifies them. The moment a headline starts to cool down or a controversy begins to die, she posts something that reignites it. Fans, media, and casual observers all engage, creating a feedback loop that keeps the story alive far longer than it naturally would. The media plays a huge role in keeping the Selena-Hailey drama alive, often amplifying stories that might otherwise fade away. Outlets like TMZ, Elle Magazine, and countless gossip blogs thrive on clicks, and a single misinterpreted comment can become front-page news. Hailey's WSJ interview is a perfect example. What was meant as a neutral statement about her brand was twisted into a story about shading Selena. Headlines screamed rivalry, while the full context of Hailey's words was ignored. Fans also play their part in this cycle. Selena's supporters are quick to defend her, interpreting every Instagram like or comment as proof of loyalty. On the flip side, Hailey's followers often push back, which only escalates the tension online. The result is a snowball effect. Social media posts go viral, debates flare up in comment sections, and the story spreads faster than anyone can keep up with. Even Selena's family occasionally jumps in, like her cousin Priscilla's husband commenting under Justin Bieber's Instagram post, which adds another layer of attention and drama. What makes this dynamic particularly potent is how selectively the media reports events. Major moments, like Selena not inviting her kidney donor to her wedding, barely made a dent in coverage compared to Hailey's comments. Yet the moment the media interpreted Hailey's words as shade, the story exploded. This selective framing isn't accidental. It's designed to highlight conflict and keep audiences engaged. Ultimately, fans, media, and Selena herself feed into a loop that rarely ends. Every action, no matter how small or neutral, can be turned into a headline, a viral clip, or a new story thread. For viewers, it's addictive to watch, and for Selena, it's an opportunity to control the narrative and stay relevant. Hailey, meanwhile, often becomes the reluctant focal point of this attention simply because she's doing her own thing successfully and calmly, which is perceived as a threat by some and fuels more coverage. Hailey Bieber isn't just standing still while the drama unfolds. She's thriving, quietly and deliberately. Despite constant media misinterpretations and online scrutiny, she's built a career and a brand that speaks for itself. In interviews, she's been candid about her growth, especially since becoming a mother. She said, "You gain silent strength and confidence. You can't tell me the same you could tell me before." That calm, grounded perspective contrasts sharply with the constant social media noise, showing a resilience that the public can't always see. Her underdog story is compelling. Once overlooked by the media, mocked by paparazzi, and dismissed by the public as irrelevant, Hailey has turned skepticism into success. Rhode's record-breaking launch at Sephora, its $1 billion acquisition by ELF, and consistent consumer love prove she's more than just a celebrity name. The results are tangible. Her brand is thriving on its own merit, and she isn't relying on drama or reactions to maintain relevance. Hailey's approach is almost the opposite of Selena's. Where Selena reacts, Hailey acts. She focuses on product launches, motherhood, and personal growth. When minor controversies arise, like people interpreting a TikTok sound as shade, she addresses them briefly and moves on, refusing to fuel unnecessary drama. "I never comment on this type of thing, but we were just having a girls' night and used a random TikTok sound for fun. It wasn't directed at anyone," she said. Calm, direct, and intentional, her words are measured even in the middle of online chaos. And yet, this composure is exactly what seems to irritate critics and fuel the media's obsession. Hailey's confidence, quiet success, and ability to rise above misrepresentation make her a lightning rod for comparisons. It's a reminder that she isn't dependent on public approval or controversy to prove herself. She lets results speak louder than headlines. Her resilience isn't just about ignoring drama, it's about thriving despite it. She's the underdog who faced public doubt, personal challenges, and constant speculation, only to come out stronger. Every successful launch, glowing review, and milestone achievement reinforces that Hailey's journey isn't defined by perceived feuds. It's defined by her vision, drive, and ability to navigate the chaos without letting it control her. To really understand why this feud keeps resurfacing, it helps to look at the patterns in Selena Gomez's past behavior. History shows us that she has long been reactive when it comes to perceived slights or comparisons. From her early career days to the present, the same triggers set off nearly identical responses: sudden posts, social media comments, and teases that reignite public attention. Back in 2013, Selena's relationship drama with Justin Bieber dominated headlines. Any interaction involving him or other girls in his orbit would immediately become a story. Fast forward to 2023, and the same patterns emerge. Selena reacts to TikTok sounds, social media trends, and minor jabs that fans interpret as shade. The difference is that now, social media is faster and more widespread, making these moments go viral almost instantly. It's not just about the timing, it's about consistency. Selena has admitted to having an addictive personality and being drawn to chaos. And over the years, this has meant that even small sparks can escalate into full-blown narratives. Her posts, likes, and comments are never entirely random. They are responses that fit into a broader pattern of seeking relevance, asserting presence, and sometimes indirectly addressing insecurities. Hailey, by contrast, has shown a very different approach. Where Selena reacts, Hailey acts. She focuses on her business, her family, and her personal growth. She's intentionally measured in her responses and rarely fuels the narrative beyond clarifying misinterpretations. This contrast makes Hailey appear almost untouchable in comparison, which only feeds more speculation from media and fans. When you look at the history, it becomes clear why the Selena-Hailey story feels endless. It's not a single feud. It's the repetition of behavioral patterns amplified by the media and fans. Every minor interaction can reignite the narrative because the personalities involved, combined with social media's speed and reach, ensure that nothing stays small for long. As of now, the Selena-Hailey saga is far from over, even if the original sparks have cooled. The media continues to report on every social media post, comment, or subtle move, keeping fans divided and the story alive. Selena has a history of reappearing whenever a story about her begins to fade, ensuring the narrative remains relevant. Whether it's liking a TikTok mocking Benny Blanco's ex or posting a behind-the-scenes music clip, she keeps attention on herself and subtly reignites comparisons with Hailey. Meanwhile, Hailey remains steady, focused on her brand and family. Rhodes' success speaks for itself, and she rarely engages in the type of public drama that Selena thrives on. Her calm confidence and ability to navigate criticism without escalating conflicts make her stand out in a world that often rewards chaos over accomplishment. This contrast highlights why the media and even fans are so fascinated. Hailey's quiet rise challenges expectations and creates a compelling story when juxtaposed against Selena's highly reactive persona. What we see here is more than just a celebrity feud. It's a story about perception, narrative control, and the power of social media to amplify personalities. Selena's reactions, combined with media framing, create cycles that keep audiences hooked, while Hailey's focus on action rather than reaction provides a counter-narrative of resilience and success. The result is a clash of strategies, one driven by response and engagement, the other by quiet achievement and calculated presence. For viewers, this ongoing tension is captivating because it's human at its core. It's about insecurity, rivalry, ambition, and the way people respond when they feel threatened or overshadowed. For the media, it's a goldmine, ensuring clicks, views, and endless content. And for Selena and Hailey, it's a daily reality, one navigated through posts, interviews, and public appearances that are dissected endlessly by fans and reporters alike. Ultimately, the lesson here isn't about taking sides. It's about understanding the dynamics of attention, personality, and media manipulation. The Selena-Hailey saga demonstrates how small moments, misinterpreted quotes, and online behavior can spiral into narratives that feel larger than life. And whether this cycle ever truly ends or simply evolves with the next headline, it's a story that will continue to capture attention, offering insights into celebrity culture, social media power, and the delicate balance between reaction and resilience.